Hi, this is Jessica Barnett for the Xyron design team, and I'm going to be working with Kaisercraft. Let's see, this is called Flora Delight, this line, and I'm going to show you how to make this little gift box bag. I'm working from a template, but I'm going to show you how quick it is to put something like this together to use as a gift or a favor at a party or a wedding or anything like that. So let's get started. I have my template, and this is the paper that I'm using, so I'm going to trace it onto the back side. And I like to line up and use as many of the straight edges that are built into the paper as I can. And I'm going to trace it all. And you can easily use a little paper bag that you already have, but I just liked this shape. Let's see. And I'm just trying to cut out as much as I can without having to slow myself down and use scissors. So, I use these gift bags a lot. I'll give them with little treats to teachers. I do them at birthday parties, and something like this where I have to cut out, you know, a dozen of the bags or more. I'll just work on it at home. And I say this all the time, but this is a great, I'm watching a show kind of job where you can sit and watch your favorite show where you'd be sitting there anyway and get this done. Let's see. Because I use that straight edge on the paper, it goes much more quickly. I would go even more quickly if I hadn't taken some medication to stop my nose from running today, because my hands are shaky. But so, pretty quick. Now, I keep an obnoxious mouse pad that I got real cheap, and I use that for scoring. So what I want to do here is kind of line up along these lines that are drawn on the template. This one, let's see, it can be quicker to just make the lines that way. And I need to score this little tab here. And then, before I forget, there are a couple little marks on this template for scoring and for a place where you tuck in that little tab. And I have a tendency to eyeball stuff where most people would probably, you know, take some time, measure, but I can tell you it's going to work out. Okay. I'm going to kind of fold along some of these score lines now. on top of this. Okay. Now, I am going to use my Xyron glue stick, which, if he hasn't seen, has this cool shape so you can get into corners and little places and not just make a humongous mess like some of us do when we're given glue sticks and liquid glue. Okay. Now, it's going to be that piece, and you'll follow the directions. And if you want to start from scratch on a template and you don't have one, try searching the internet because there are a ton of free templates out there. Okay, and we have this little guy here that I didn't cut out, so I'm going to do that real quick. Now I'm moving fast, but that's your basic bag right there. So, what I want to do is put a contrasting paper, if you remember from the sample, just up here on the top folder or tab. And paper pads like this, the smaller ones, give you the same prints that you get in the large papers, but on a smaller scale, so they're great for cards. I'm just going to use the template. Oops. And trace just that part that I want. And I'm being a little sloppy because this one I'm going to actually distress around the edges. It's my little paper distresser. Just real quick. Because some curves can be difficult to get perfect anyway. And with a real pretty paper like this, I tend to want to make a little distressing interest on it. Okay. Now that, I'm going to run through my Xyron 2.5 inch create a sticker. And now it's a sticker. And because this is the part that will get handled the most, I like to use a stronger adhesive like this because it won't fall apart. And a lot of other adhesives have issues with that where they want to just fall apart. Okay, now here's our sample. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp this piece. These are Kaisercraft stamps that match this line. And I have a stamping block with a large one on one side and the greeting on the other side. So I'm going to stamp that in orange. And let's see, the smile in gray. And cut that out real quick. And obviously it's not going to be perfect, but I don't think it needs to be. Because you could make yourself crazy cutting in on every single little detail of every stamp you ever cut out. But I think because of all the design in this stamp, you really see all those curves, not the places where it's not cut out. Let's see now. I made, to attach my stuff, some foam tape with my Xyron where you can just run fun foam through there twice and make your own foam adhesive. So I'm going to go ahead and put a double layer on this because I want it to stand up a little more. So I've got that ready. I want to go ahead and add in some of these little guys. So let's see, I'm going to get my Mega Runner for that. Use those two pieces. I also have a little scalloped piece that punched out of one of the pads. And I'm going to run that through my Xyron Teresa Collins X. Now that's thicker. And I'm going to put a greeting on there. Actually, I'm going to shift that just a little bit. And the last thing I'm going to add is this little flower. So I'm going to take the wire and kind of make it into a curly Q. And to attach it, I'm going to use another piece of foam tape. And stick that flower on there really well. Alright, the last thing is a bow on the top. So I don't like to cut my ribbon first because then I waste less. So what I'm going to do is just tie my little ribbon up here on the top. That's why it looks like I have a great big crazy tail of ribbon, and it's just because I haven't cut it. Now this is a pretty detailed little gift box. You can easily do less, but for a special gift for a friend, even if it's just candies and a note of encouragement, it's really nice to give to your friend and to take a couple extra minutes to make it. But honestly, very quick, even from scratch. So I hope you like this, and don't forget to visit the Xyron Facebook page and my blog, sunnyside-updesigns.com. Thanks!